Hello and welcome back to From a Head Teacher's Perspective with me, Paul Urry. Headship is not a solitary role. It exists within a wider web of accountability and partnership. Every decision you make sits within a framework of governance, policy and external relationships, each designed to protect the integrity, transparency and quality of education. Understanding these systems is not about bureaucracy. It is about influence, trust, and alignment. A future head must learn to work with, not against, governance and accountability structures, using them to strengthen purpose rather than constrain it. This unit explores the head teacher's relationships with governors, inspectors, local authorities, trusts, and community partners, and how to lead with moral clarity within systems that demand both evidence and humanity. 1. Governance as partnership, not policying. Effective governance is built on shared purpose. Governors are not there to interfere in operational matters, but to hold leaders to account for the strategic direction and moral health of the school. A head teacher's relationship with the governing body should feel collaborative, not adversarial. The best partnerships are characterized by trust, transparency, and clarity of roles. The head leads the school. The governing body ensures it does so with integrity, within statutory frameworks, and in line with agreed values and vision. Together, they are stewards of public trust. Governance is not about control, it's about collective responsibility. Key principles for working with governors. Firstly, clarity. Be clear about boundaries. Governors strategically question, leaders operationally deliver. Communication. Provide accurate, digestible information. Avoid jargon and overloading. Candor. Share challenges honestly. Governors cannot support what they do not know. Confidence. Value their expertise. Many bring insights from sectors beyond education. Some questions. How would you describe your current relationship with governance? How do you balance accountability with professional autonomy? What information do governors truly need to make sound judgments? 2. Accountability. Responsibility with integrity. Accountability in education can feel heavy, yet at its heart it's an ethical concept, an agreement that those who hold power must also hold transparency. For head teachers, accountability means more than data or inspection grades. It is the moral responsibility to ensure that the trust placed in you by parents, governors, pupils, and staff is honoured through actions that are principled and fair. The key is to lead through accountability, not because of it. Systems of scrutiny should sharpen your practice, not dictate your purpose. Accountability is not the enemy of autonomy, it is the partner. Healthy accountability looks like this. Evidence that informs, not intimidates. Open dialogue between leaders and governors. Reflective practice rather than defensive justification. Shared learning after mistakes, not blame allocation. When accountability becomes punitive or performative, it distorts priorities. When it is developmental, it becomes a tool for growth. Some questions. How do you model accountability as a positive professional value? What does ethical transparency look like in your leadership? How do you ensure data serves children, not the system? 3. The triangular relationship. head teacher, chair, and governing body. Among the most significant professional relationships in headship is that between the head teacher and the chair of governors. The chair acts as a critical friend, supportive yet constructively challenging, a confidant yet guardian of governance. Building this relationship requires deliberate effort. Meet regularly, communicate openly, and develop shared understanding of priorities and pressures. The healthiest partnerships are grounded in mutual respect, shared moral purpose, and professional trust. Some practical habits. Schedule structured fortnightly check-ins with your chair. Share key documents early to avoid surprises. Keep tone consistent, calm, honest, solution-focused. Invite reflection, not validation. The strength of governance lies not in scrutiny alone, but in shared stewardship. Some questions. How do you nurture open dialogue with your chair of governors? How do you maintain professional transparency while protecting staff well-being? What expectations should you set to ensure your relationship models the culture you want for the whole school? 4. Navigating external accountability systems. The head teacher operates within a complex landscape. Ofsted inspections, trust or local authority oversight, financial audits, safeguarding reviews, SEND monitoring, and national policy shifts. These systems can create pressure, but they can also provide perspective. Learning to navigate them effectively involves discernment, knowing when to comply and when to challenge, and when to lead the conversation. Some strategies for managing external accountability. Preparation through purpose. Don't prepare for inspection. Prepare for excellence that stands up to inspection naturally. Consistency over performance. Ensure evidence reflects real practice, not curated optics. Clarity of narrative. Be able to articulate your school's story, where you are, why, and where you're going next. Emotional steadiness. Model calm under scrutiny. Your demeanour sets the tone for everybody else. Inspection-ready schools are not rehearsed, they are real. Some questions. How confident are you in communicating the story of your school? How do you support staff to see accountability as shared, not imposed? How do you remain authentic under external pressure? 5. External partnerships, extending the school's reach. No head teacher leads alone. The most effective leaders build networks that extend expertise, opportunity, and support for pupils and staff alike. Partnerships might include local authority services, trusts or federations, other schools through challenge partners, local clusters or research networks, universities and professional associations, community organisations, faith groups, and local businesses. Strong partnerships bring perspective and possibility. They allow schools to share capacity, challenge insularity, and remain outward facing. However, partnerships thrive only when rooted in mutual benefit and shared values. Collaboration for the sake of appearance rarely endures. Some questions. Which external partnerships currently strengthen your school's work? Where might collaboration help address existing challenges? How do you ensure partnerships remain purposeful and values-led? 6. Balancing scrutiny with service. A wise head teacher recognizes that governance and accountability structures, however demanding, ultimately exist to serve children. Tension often arises when the means, the systems and the metrics, overshadow the ends, human flourishing. The leader's role is to continually refocus attention on the purpose behind the process. You are not accountable for perfect scores. You are accountable for honest leadership. You are not judged by compliance alone, but by the integrity with which you serve your community. Transparency is not weakness. It is courage made visible. Some questions. How do you help governors and inspectors see the moral core behind your strategy? How do you prevent accountability from overshadowing relationships? What message do you send when you talk about performance? Numbers or people first? 7. Ethical leadership in the public eye. As the visible face of the school, a head teacher carries both privilege and scrutiny. Every public interaction, from newsletters to social media, from parents' meetings to press statements, reflect not only on you, but on the institution you lead. Ethical leadership in the public sphere requires consistency. It means aligning private conviction with public action and ensuring that dignity guides all communication. Some guiding principles. Speak truth with grace, clarity without confrontation. Protect confidentiality. Resist the urge to defend through disclosure. Use platforms to celebrate, not self-promote. Admit mistakes early with humility and learning. Some questions. How do you manage visibility without ego? What values are evident in the way you communicate publicly? How do you balance transparency with discretion? 8. Reflection and application. Take 20 minutes to complete this reflective exercise. Step 1. Identify 3 external partners, e.g. governors, local networks, professional associations, who play a role in your leadership ecosystem. 2. For each, answer these questions. What do they bring to your school's growth? What do you offer in return? How might you strengthen this relationship for greater mutual impact? And step 3, write a short paragraph beginning with, as a head teacher, I will lead with accountability that honors both trust and transparency by. This will help you articulate your philosophy of governance, a key element for your future headship portfolio. A closing thought. Governance, accountability and partnership are not constraints. They are the scaffolds that allow moral leadership to reach greater heights. The head teacher who navigates these with clarity and grace creates a school culture rooted in honesty, collaboration, and trust. Strong governance builds safe schools. Strong partnerships builds wise leaders. Your role as a future head is to bridge the moral with the managerial, the visionary with the statutory, ensuring that systems serve children, not the other way round. Lead transparently, collaborate generously, govern with heart as well as your head, and you will not only satisfy accountability, but elevate it into a shared act of service. Thank you. And until next time, goodbye.